Hey everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking. Today we're going to do a recipe that I have done for 4 years. Well, as long as I've been doing videos, that's how long that I have done this recipe. Everybody loves it. Once you make it, you don't want to be without it. And I get more questions about this and more people sending me messages daily saying, Nan, I need that recipe, or how do I get that recipe? For one thing, it is in my cookbook, and I only have one cookbook so far, okay? And this is Family Favorite Recipes, Farm Cooking with Nan. This is the only cookbook I have, okay? So right now, this is the only one I've got. And it's how to make coating, C-O-A-T, coating for your pans. And we're just going to go by the recipe that's in the cookbook. It's simple as all get up. But I'm going to tell you some things that you can do to use something else or whatever. I'm using a half a cup of extra virgin olive oil. If I don't spill it. A half a cup of extra virgin olive oil. Hang on. And I'll try to scoot that over so you can see what I'm doing. 1/2 cup. Last time that I did it, I doubled my recipe, so it lasted me longer. And then we're going to use 1/2 cup, so that's a 1/2 cup of the extra virgin olive oil. And if you say, well, Nan, can't I use vegetable oil? Well, you can if you don't care about your health. No, just kidding, y'all. If you've got vegetable oil, you can use that. But I'm going to tell you, extra virgin olive oil is in a dark glass bottle. You don't want it if it's not in a dark glass or a dark container. But that is better for your health. And then we're going to put in a 1/2. Don't you love how that stuff comes out of there? 1/2 cup of Crisco solid Crisco shortening. Okay? You have to have that solid. You have to. Okay, now you can use my recipe in my cookbook calls for a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. So it's a 1/2 cup of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, a 1/2 cup of Crisco solid shortening. You know what I'm talking about? Solid shortening. And then a 1/2 cup of flour. And my recipe calls for all-purpose flour. I'm sure some people out there, I get a lot of messages that say, Nan, I don't have all-purpose. Well, use self-rising, okay? I didn't have all-purpose today. And you know what Nan's using? Self-rising. I've got enough to do it with all-purpose, just a little bit in the bottom. But I don't want to use that. I might need that for something else today. You know how I cook all the time and bake. So, let me put it in a little bowl. And I'll put that and get these out of the way. Now, grab my little cloth where I splattered. And then you want to take your mixer. Turn it on low till you get your flour incorporated. Then lay it to it. And just beat it till all those ingredients are totally mixed together. It will fluff up. Look at that. It will fluff up. I'm going to stop it and I'm going to scrape down around my bowl. Well, I thought I had my little scraper in my hand, but I didn't. But use your little scraper to come down around your bowl to make sure you're getting everything out of there. And then when you put it in your jar, well, I'll wait till I finish this. You want to beat it good and smooth. And you can use this on all your baking pans. And you can use it on your iron skillets too. Just say you have a cornbread that sticks in a skillet. You will use this in your skillet, it will release. Okay, put that right there. Now, I might not even need, I know I had that little spatula. What did I do with it? You ever heard that old saying? There it is, right there in front of me. If you'd had a snake it'd bit you, that's about like me. Now listen, when you put this in the jar, after it sets for a while, it might just separate a little bit. You know what you do? You take your little brush that you're going to paint this on with. You stir it real good with your brush. Paint it on your pan. There's no big deal. I don't know if I can get this in there without making a mess. Just put it in your jar and use a little brush to paint it onto your pans. You say, Nan, I don't have any Crisco solid. You have to have solid vegetable. I mean, you have to have solid you have to have solid vegetable. Now, it might not be the Crisco brand, and you say, well, I use solid, but I don't use that brand. Well, you know what? It's all right. Use it as long as it is solid, you can use it. If it's a different brand. I hear something outside. It sounds like, I don't know if Pop's out on the front porch making a little noise, so if you hear Ruby start, you'll know. It's all right, Ruby. Now, you want to get every little dribble out of there. Now look, this will be good. I mean, you could probably leave it longer than 6 months. That's the truth. But where I bake all the time, that's clean, so I'm not going to have to wash it. But all you do is just stick your brush down in there and just brush it on your pan. Coat it real good. But if you say, after you've had it for a while, you say, Nan, it's like it looks weird. It's like it's separating. I don't know what that is outside. I think I need to check on this and make sure somebody ain't robbing me. It was Papa. He was unloading wood. But I was going to tell you, I about forgot my train of thought. But if you say, Nan, I've had mine mixed up for a month or so, and once I went in there and picked it up, and it looks weird. It don't look real fluffy like that. It looks like it's trying to separate. It will separate, okay? That's nothing wrong with it. It's still good. You can keep this in the refrigerator if it makes you feel better, okay? But it will not ruin. Don't you leave your olive oil out. Don't you leave your Crisco or your solid shortening. Don't you leave that out. For years, I kept my Crisco in the refrigerator. So, I mean, to each their own. I don't now, but I used to. And then don't you leave your flour out. Some people put their flour in the refrigerator. I don't do that, and it's okay if you decide that's what you need to do. But all those things are okay to be out. So, I'm just saying, it's okay. Get every little bit of can off that. But keep you a little brush. You can get them at the Dollar Tree or whatever. Get you a little basting brush or whatever, a barbecue brush, and use it for your good stuff. I just use a Mount Olive pickle jar. That's always what I use for my pan coating. So, I hope y'all get a chance to make you some. I can't think of any other question that I might have right now, you might have right now for me. I'm trying to think of all the ones that's been asked. You can use self-rising flour instead of all-purpose. And then I know there are some people that are not cooks and not bakers, and they say, well, Nan, what about plain flour? And plain flour and All-purpose flour is the same thing, just called two different things, but it's the same thing. It doesn't have any rising agents in it. Doesn't have any baking powder or salt or anything like that in it, okay? So you can use all-purpose flour, your plain flour. You can use self-rising flour. That's what I use today. And then Crisco. It doesn't have to be the Crisco brand as long as it's solid, all vegetable. You know, you want a good solid Crisco shortening is what I always, a good solid shortening. I'll get it out here in a minute. And then you want really try to get away from vegetable oil the best you can, because vegetable oil will it's just not really, it's not very good for our bodies, and we're trying to do a little better with our eating and with how we're cooking and stuff. So let's stay away from, if we can, use up what you've got. But if you can and you can't afford it, you know, catch extra virgin olive oil on sale. And that's what I use in mine all the time. You probably could use avocado oil. You probably could use avocado oil. You could use vegetable oil, but I would stay away from it. I'm just telling you the truth. I'd stay away from it. Go to your extra virgin olive oil. I think it's very best that we can use. Personally, that's what I go with. And all you got to do is beat it up real good and smooth. Put it in your jar and pop it in your cabinet. Now, you don't want to put it in a cabinet right up over top of your stove where the heat comes up and stuff like that. I wouldn't do that, but just put it in one of your cabinets, and that's the best way to do it. And you can make you some, okay? Well, listen, I'm going to go. I want y'all to know how much I love you and appreciate you watching with me. And I hope you're not too bored with how to make the pan coating. Once you make it, you won't be without it. So listen, if you don't remember one word I tell y'all, remember that I tell you how much the good Lord loves you, okay? Don't forget that today. We live in a world where people are forgetting what love is, and but I want you to know, no matter how you're treated, no matter what, that God loves you so very much, okay? I will see you next time. Let's get over here and wash these dishes. Get them put back up. Love you. Bye-bye.